Hello, and welcome to my Let's Play of Anno 117 Pax Romana. Here we are venturing into a brand new island in the region of Albion. This province is new for our playthrough, where I'm aiming to have a more peaceful and laid-back session. Main objective for today is to establish a residence on this island and work our way up to provide cheese as the first resource we'll send back to Latium and our Port Serenus. So let's go ahead and get started here. A few roads and of course timber production. Go ahead and try to do less grid style here in the Albionic region. But for forests and woodcutters, so we kind of plan things out. We have a little bit of population center space here, then going up this beautiful hill, probably production valley over in this region, plenty of marshland as well. But in terms of where do we want our forest to be, I think this will be a good spot that we won't mess with for a good amount of time, so we can establish our first sawmills over in this region of the island and connect everything with some roads. Hope you all are enjoying the game so far. Playing this with you has definitely been fun for me as we learn the game together. Put kind of our first block out in this direction. Unlocking our first needs for the waiter residence. First population tier. Usually the simplest, but this is definitely going to be the backbone of our workforce. On the island of, let's name this. Definitely easier pronounce name. Let's go with Prima as our first island in Albion. Now the waiters, first things first. I need some cockles, great seafood supply, and an eel grabber. Now these need a good amount of marsh space, so we want to make sure. Here, what's this? A mountain slot. A mountain slot going straight into the marshland. Don't know about that. Go ahead and put our first warehouse. Branch this off as well. Let's go ahead and go purchase some more timber as well to maintain our momentum. As you can see, we have a great steady supply of income to help us get started here in Albion. Our capital island of Port Serenus has been cooking. Hopefully you've checked out how we've established that, but we'll be back to Latium soon enough to check in and hopefully bring back some goods that they will appreciate here from Albion, if successful. And we really would prefer to avoid war, but this is a new region with new players. Hopefully they'll be friendly with us. Trying to do some more creative road placements here. Won't be as boring as a grid, but still give us room to provide for the needs. Right. Now, eel grabbers, pretty simple production, and cockle pickers, also fairly simple. Go ahead and speed up time as our lumber production kicks up. Go ahead and build another one of these. I do like to overproduce timber whenever possible, just because timber by timber is how we're going to establish our economy. But on this secondary region, a lot of times I'll be bouncing in between Latium and Albion, so we don't need quite as much of the old timber. No warehouse in range. Oh my gosh. For some reason, I thought that was the warehouse. Bit weird. Alright. How's production looking now that I kind of forced all those roads together? It's looking good. Alright. Sped up time. Got some more timber and unlocked first public service buildings. We got a market. Go ahead and establish. Let's see. Is that road going to get through there? I don't think so. Let's see. Hoping to kind of circle the marketplace and homes. Might not work out here. If we do something like that, we'll have the second row. Definitely have to decrease your density when you're going for a non-grid style layout. Which will look nice. Liking that so far. So many trees on this island. Definitely increases the beauty level. And people are moving in. They really, really want me to establish a religion on this island. Don't really know what the rush is. Albion. Let's go ahead and... what would benefit us the most? I think for our global Sarahs, why not? Extra population's always good. Hard to complain about that. Reed production. Let's take a look at this. So require a bit of a cultivation area. Paint this in. Try to be space efficient, but knowing we have tons of marshland to play with. Be good for now. This should also have range. The shoe weaver. This is a 1-to-2 ratio, so we'll be able to have another shoe weaver here soon enough. And let's go ahead and also give them a spinner and the subsequent hemp farm right in town. I think that'll look nice. Build a few additional homes. Have some room for services as well. Play right there in the future. Have a well unlocked. Place that. Oh, we'll need some tiles. Let's see if we can make a quick purchase here. Got plenty of cash. Definitely go ahead and do that. They want us to do a mission. New orders from the Emperor's Heartlands, an extraordinary taxing demand of Albionic produce. Can I count on your aid in its collection? Let's do it. You want some ore and some wheat. Alright, this is going to take us a little bit of time to set up since we're just in the first tier of population. And we can go ahead and place a Bardic Hearth right over in this direction, surrounded by some homes. Oh, they want us to make some assistance on this quest here. Limited amount of time. Wow, 43 minutes. We'll slow it down then. See how effective we can be. 30 wheat. All right. I'll have to unlock bread, so let's see if we can upgrade to the second tier population. Now, I really want to provide cheese for our people back in Latium and Port Serena, so I kind of want to go this Celtic way. Hopefully that doesn't upset too many people. Bring our workforce. And a quest from our smiths. You want some iron? Well, okay. Everybody wants iron. Let's see. We'll need more smiths in order to do that. And I guess we needed to go in the other direction to get wheat unlocked for our bread. So we may not be able to help our imperial representative. May not be great for us, but let's see. We can at least get dairy set up to help satisfy the needs of our smiths. Oh my gosh. Very upset. Alright, now, these farms actually have to be placed on marshland. So we'll go ahead, place these. This will need a cultivation area as well. Let's see if this will fit. Like so. That looks good. Take a good amount of our wood supply. And then put the dairy out there as well. I need this new construction material. Alright. You can do that. Alright. Map out some roads here. Warehouse. Collecting some mud, and what's our ratio? Eventually we should need some more reeds. But I think we were overproducing for the shoes, so no, not the case. Let me just remind myself. 1 minute, 2 minutes. Yeah, I thought we would be overproducing, but looks like not really the case with our demand being up to two of these reeds per minute. So we can do some more. No problem. Alright, we got mud production, mud dryer, reed gatherer, all going into Wattle and daub. This is our second construction material here in Prima in the Albion region. Moving on up, all about the construction materials. We should probably maintain our population growth. Do something like this. Continuing the more rounded look. Cut this here so we can put a watchtower in the future. And great reach as well for our public services. Slowly but surely having these goods come in as they come up to production speed. And let's upgrade some more of our residents so that we can hopefully get this iron produced. But to be fair, are we even going to have the wheat to complete the quest for tax? I don't know, but we might be able to provide the festival for our smiths. That doesn't have a time limit on it either, so we can take our time, complete that, and hopefully not upset the Emperor too much in the process. Go ahead and build our well. And what else did we want here? Let's see. Don't have barley fertility on this island, so we won't be producing beer for the time being. But we have all the necessary plans for cheese production, which the smiths should enjoy. Yes, but we'll want to be sending this back to Latium as soon as possible. Well, let's continue. Building out. Really like getting creative with these different patterns that we can do. Make these islands look a little bit more unique from the Latium counterparts. More rounded streets, a little bit more organic. Paving through the forest. It's always raining here in Prima. Maybe not your style, but I don't mind the rain. I think it's quite relaxing, the sound of it. As long as you stay indoors, it doesn't hurt you. Be in the rain. All right. And we should be able to produce this, get our ox, some sort of cow. And we'll get this second Wattle and daub. I might need some slang or a shorthand for the Wattle and daub. Let me know in the comments if you have an idea of what you would call that construction material. Timber or wood, that's easy. But these reed-based mud bricks, I'm assuming. Sticks and mud may build a hut, and rain will never hurt thee. All right. Definitely looking really nice in the marshland. All these production buildings really blend in quite well with the raised roads, the reeds, farms, various cultivation fields for these eel grabbers. That'd be a pretty tough job, but he's got double-sided eels on a stick. Doing pretty good there. Alright, just a few more smiths in order to unlock that iron so we can have a festival here. Alright. Have some faith on this island. Unopposed to hooking that up. Oh. Hopefully she likes it. She likes religion on my main island. Right. A little bit of a workforce slowdown here. Not to worry. Keep it going. Always be constructing homes. That's really the name of the game here in Anno as we play together. And that must get us some iron. Exactly. Alright, even more homes. It's a little trickier to build quickly when you're looking for more organic shapes in your city. but we're in no rush. Still good coverage. Probably gonna need another one of these. The other side of town. Do that. Squeeze another home in here. Just like that. Perfect. Looks nice. And a recreation ground. This is a really nice building for the smiths. I think that looks nice. That'll be central as we continue to build out here. A little bit of ornamentation around. Central building. All right, unlocking new needs as well. What kind of recreation are we getting up to here? All right, axe fighting in the mud. That's a good activity. Extremely dangerous. And axe fighting by a tree. All right. Spear throwing, archery, roasting a pig in the recreation area. 2 pigs, they're hungry. And these are some sort of trumpet, perhaps? Looks like a fun time. All right, new needs, but as we start to pick what we create, let's make sure that we're staying on track for our quests. So let's go ahead and build a warehouse and an iron mine. What will we need for the copper mine? More wabble? Wattle. Wattle and daub. Plug this in. Build that copper mine. The smiths. Now, in order to have a wire twister that produces torques, these metal bands for the smiths, providing this will increase income and prestige. Okay, looks pretty simple enough. I think we can probably do that. Let's see. Good space for it. Got the copper mine, got charcoal, and then the wire twister. Just like so. Right. Is it time for a second one of these laborer yards? Oh no. I have some diseases back in Port Serenus. Won't worry too much about them. Check in with them in a little bit. Hope it's not too bad. Alright. Now, I think we'll need another mud dryer. And reeds, I sure hope, are okay. Just want to make sure we have enough construction materials here. Well, it looks like we'll need even more reeds. Man, definitely, it's a hungry production. Mud is also demanding more. Wow. Makes me not want to make another one of those. It's going to tie up a lot of our workforce. Takes 5 smiths per building. But it does take longer. Well, let's go ahead and do another one. needs. Alright, now we better be happy. That's probably why our construction materials were quite slow. Weren't quite producing enough reeds or enough mud, but now we are. Alright, and in terms of their demands, definitely getting close on tunics and eel. Time to make more of those, and cockles as well. Shoes. Not quite demanding too much, but we're close to it. So, I guess it's time for some expansion. These primary needs. We're also going to need more homes for this. Let's do that first, just so we don't get ourselves into a workforce trouble. Homes on homes. Wire twister. Get that going with the smiths. So that'll be a little boost to income here. But as I told you, Port Serenus is chucking along for a balance there. Let's see. How's island health and happiness? All good. Things are looking all right in terms of risks, but we're going to need a lot more production. Go ahead. Place another of these. How's that? 49. It's okay for sure. Another warehouse, probably going to hurt our workforce a little bit, but we're going to need the eels. Got the cockles. Tunics. How's this? Where will another warehouse go for these people? Maybe we'll place one over here. So this will be a little needs fulfillment area of the town, of their public services, one of them being a spinner. Take advantage of these meadows. Notice this space here. I want to fill this in. These fields. Like that. Alright, and then shoes. Probably need some as well. Yeah, let's go ahead and boost that up. Same area. And reeds. It needs so many reeds. But we're okay for now. Alright. I'll double check our consumer goods. Good on tunics. Definitely good on cheese. Good on eels. Cockles need some more. Shoes gonna be okay. And torques are getting up to speed. 84% productivity. Slowly but surely. Alright, but now we're having some workforce concerns. More and more homes. Nice. Should be good. Still great coverage on the market here. Same with the hearth. Definitely a little bit more slow-paced here in Albion, but it's not as city-like. This is definitely more country, more wild, you could say. But that doesn't mean we're not going to produce a lot of amazing goods for our people and make them happy and prosperous, and keep the peace as well. We won't dive into any major conflicts, but we will do what we must. Let's go ahead and see what ships we can purchase. Alright, let's buy the silver lining here. And this will be for our cheese production. Alright, 5 minutes for that quest. That'll be a failure. Sorry. 30 iron ore. We're ready to hand this in to our smith residence. Thanks, Gov. This iron will do nicely. How about we get started on the festival crafts while you take care of the banquet? Cool with me. Alright, they want roast beef, beer, and sausages. Well, I can only do so much. Beer's not going to happen, so we don't have fertility for it. Here you go across the way. I don't want to stretch ourselves too thin while we're trying to stay focused on our needs. Or Latium. Let's check out Port Serenus. What's your demand for cheese? Not quite one yet. But we'll go ahead and build a second so we can start a trade route here. Advantage of as much space as we can. Make sure we're leaving room for our road. And another warehouse is probably needed. Oh, misclick. Alright. Fields. For the cattle. Now, we can build 2 more of these, which I'd love to do. Start to export this. And that's plugged in, that's plugged in. Looking good. Agricultural goods. Bring up to speed. Go ahead and create a trade route here. From Prima back to Latium to Port Serenus, we will load up cheese. And let's go ahead and wait for goods here. And we'll wait until we have 20. Establish the route. That should wait a little bit until we have more of this cheese produced. Now these torques should be making our people quite happy. Food needs are met, but we're robbing them of all the cheese. It's alright for now. We'll put a cap on that once this ship heads out. And will we be able to provide that? Not immediately, but we can also import a couple of these items, which I think we should go ahead and do for the barley. Alright, this is a 2:1 to 2 ratio. So we should need a good amount of this barley in order to start producing beer on the island. Let's go ahead and purchase. Keep this pretty high. Income, but fire safety is harmed. Our fire safety is quite low already, so we'll see how that goes. And we're having some workforce concerns, as always, as we continue to expand. And smiths as well. Plop down some more. This direction. Nice little collection of homes over here. Circle that in a road. Maybe that won't quite work. And increase in our city status. Prima. More and more needs. Alright. Well, I can tell you we'll definitely be able to provide these horns. Drinking horns. Plenty of livestock here on the island. And tin. Don't have tin either on this island. Got pretty focused on having cheese production. Let's see if we can start to import some tin as well. Keep a little bit more in supply. We got plenty of cash. All right, and our trade ship is on its way out. In the meantime, we'll set a minimum stock here just to keep our people happy. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Alright, with all of our expansions, looking close on eel and tunics. It's kind of the foundation of our needs, as well as the reed shoes. Now, we don't have to provide both those clothing needs for the waiter residents, but we are. I believe it should give us an extra population, if I'm not mistaken, of... Oh no. It's only income and health. Well, we don't have to be as stringent on the production then. Won't necessarily slow down our island growth immediately. Alright. Well, I'd say this is going fairly well. We're making progress on a quest. We should be importing some goods in order to start our beer production. Go ahead and do that. Away from the city, so we don't want to increase our fire risk too drastically. Go ahead and do this. Out here, maybe a well. Take some of our precious tiles, but that's okay. Now happiness is a bit low. Maybe we can increase that for the city center. Move some of these homes out of the center. Oh. We can definitely squeeze some roads in here for you folks. And then a custodes. This'll... Oh, our happiness is okay. It's our health that is a concern. And fire. Well, A little larger of a footprint here. Let's see if we move these around. Oh, that'll work. Alright, that's great coverage, and health is bouncing back wonderfully. Maybe a few of these wells. Made one over here. That's a great location. That's decent. Just taking some precious tiles, but it's alright, as long as we don't burn down the place. A treaty from Tarragon. Look at this. A trade treaty. We definitely want that. And a festival. San Prima. We can pay for a festival. The return on investment is great for these festivals, according to my calculations. We have about maybe 150 buildings on this relatively new island. So if we're doing 150 buildings, or income only if bakeries, vineyards, and brewers are on the island for this festival. Oh, our breweries are outside. We will get a specialist, but maybe we don't need to do this. Won't have a huge impact, to be honest, but a festival's a festival, so let's throw it. Better to have a festival than a fire. Let's see. Brewery, yeah, now it's +3. Just double check. It's normally +3. So, I don't know. Don't want to increase our fire risk since we're on the brink of going negative. Let's take a look at a request from the Emperor. Bread. They want 87 tons in the next hour and a half. I accept under duress. And I think that will be enough of our time in Albion today. Let's return back to Latium and explore what we can do next time we play. Alright, the home island. Looking good. Oh, it's nice to be back at a more structured, rigid city for production and theaters. We'll get back to work here soon enough. I'll catch you over there. Peace.